Yo, what is up, guys? This is Justin, and this time I'll be bringing you guys some more Modern Warfare 3 gameplay. This is going to be on the new Call of Duty Elite dropped content that was dropped last night. This is going to be my first game on the level called Foundation, I believe. And if you watched my other video, this is actually the second game right after I played that other game. So it's going to be right after it. The same people are in this lobby, and there's a few guys in particular who I don't care too much for the way that they played, so I'll show you guys that here in a second. But I gotta talk about a few other things, so we'll get into that right now. But before I do all that stuff, I'll talk about my class. This is the similar class to what I ran before with the UAV and the counter UAV. The only difference is that I put dead silence on there. And after this game, kind of in the middle, I switched to a recon class. So when I do switch to that class, I'll kind of give you guys the details on that. But I think this map is a bit smaller because the Sanctuary map, even though I only played it once, is actually rather large. It's got really narrow corridors and everything like that, but it's a little bit long. So like I said before, I kind of referred to the fact that this guy right here, this guy with the silenced ACR, kind of just waits around for people to run by, and that's kind of what, you know, the characteristics of a silenced ACR user is. I don't know what it is, but I'll talk about that here in a second. But like I said in my other video, one of the fun things is that this being my actual first time playing the map, that you get to see kind of what I'm seeing at the same time. So it's kind of like you're playing in the same room as I am. So I do think that's kind of neat to be able to, especially with what, there you go, the guy kind of waiting for me again. But that's why I have to use dead silence. But it's good for you guys to see, you know, me trying to do my best. You know, when I have absolutely no idea where these guys are going, the only thing that I do know is where my teammates are. And I do a lot of drop shotting. So typically when I play, I don't drop shot too much because I kind of know where the map is. But in this map right here, I got to use every advantage that I can. So that's why there's a ton of drop shotting in there. But I do have a topic for this video, so we'll get right into that right now. I hope my mic settings are okay. I actually just had a job interview on, it was kind of like in this Illuminate software. It was like a web conferencing software. So I had to calibrate my snowball mic. But now for some reason everything is really quiet. So hopefully when you guys watch this video, the sound settings are okay. Let me know if there's anything wrong with it so I can try to fix it. My fix for everything on a computer is to unplug it and plug it back in. That's kind of what I do right there and fix any type of computer issue that I have. So we'll get right into the topic. I just watched Nuck and Foob's latest video. He was not able to make it into the Final Four for the Real Commentator March Madness, which I think is complete bullshit. I'm just joking. I don't really care, but when it comes to subjective judging and, you know, tournaments like that, I'm kind of burnt out on those whole things. So I don't want to be too negative about it, but clearly I'm going to think Nuck and Foob's the best, and he should win all the time, right? Because that's kind of why I support him. And I think right here, oh wait, no, this isn't it. But getting back to this contest, you know, it's kind of like when you have, let's say that we're all in the, you know, in the sprint cup chase, right? And one of the drivers, you know, oh, there's the guy again. He went from a silenced ACR to a silenced MP7 because this guy's pretty damn pro. But getting back to the point that I was trying to make before, and there's my ninja class. I'll go over my recon class here in a second. The point that I was trying to make before is that if we're in a competition that's subjective, and, you know, the guy that I'm going against is, you know, sponsored by the Sprint Cup champion, or is it Nextel or Sprint? I don't know what it is. But he actually races for Sprint, and Sprint's making the judgment. You know, it's like kind of like, well, who do you think's gonna win, no matter what? So, you know, I don't really pay too much attention to those, but I really wish he could have made it to the Final Four. But go check his video out. Our series got kind of interrupted, so what's gonna happen is that I'm just gonna put his latest video in the top right corner. So sometimes I'm late with the annotations, but I will put it in the top right corner to go check his video out. But I do have to give him a topic. So let me think what else I got here. Oh, before I do that, as usual, I got to remind you guys have been doing a great job on my other video. In less than, you know, 12 hours, it had 50 views and over 15 likes. One of them was mine. The like was mine, so, you know, whatever. I got to like my own videos, so what? But be sure to like this and favorite this if you can, and share it with anybody else. I try to show you guys, you know, the map. The problem with this game right here is that it's team deathmatch. So here's a pro maneuver final stand, akimbo MP9s to your dome. You can see his little talk bubble thing come up, be like, what? So I was like, that's pretty funny to me. But we're gonna get into the topic right now, and I was watching some of Nuck and Foob's other videos, and you guys should go check those out. But he likes to talk about pet peeves. This was actually one of our topics. Look at that guy camping right there. If you don't know, that guy has irritated me the whole game, and I'm really, really mad about that. But I'm all out of order, but I'll talk about my class right here. This is a specialist class that has recon, hardline, and dead silence. So this is kind of my super try-hard, my anti-try-hard class, because I got to try to get as many arrows and hit marks right here. So here's a pro move right here. cross this guy up like Timmy Hardaway style, go around the corner. This guy's bumping me. I'm saying, get out of my way, JDZ or whatever your name is. And I get him right there and get the Assassin Pro. So I have Assassin and Dead Silence and Recon. So my main intention is not necessarily if I can't kill them right away, it is to spray them down and make sure my teammates can see them. So I will stop talking about this video because I keep getting sidetracked, but we're going to get right into Nuck and Foob's topic right now. And he was talking about pet peeves a lot, and I wanted to kind of address this, and I don't want to be too negative, but what are your pet peeves when you play Call of Duty? Because for some strange reason, Call of Duty seems to bring out the absolute dreaded worst out of everybody. It's like, I don't know how to explain it. It's I can't think of anything else in real life other than, oh shoot, you know, it's kind of like you go to the Y and you want to play a pickup game of basketball and everybody is like got their N1 headbands and their Jordans on and they're just trying so hard and being assholes about everything. So I'm going to get into the pet peeves. So I'll talk about mine. You guys probably already know based on my style, that guy right there, I got him with the Recon. But you probably know by my style that I dislike campers. Now here's the thing, I was thinking about this while I was eating my Taco Bell chicken quesadilla just now. And I was thinking, like, I guess I don't necessarily hate the camping part as much as the selfishness of some of these players, because Call of Duty easily has the worst community. I don't necessarily think the games are that bad. It's the people that play these games that are just the most horrid, you know, people in the world, and the degree of internet anonymity makes it even worse. So Modern Warfare 2, it does have game-breaking flaws, but it's like I played Modern Warfare 2 for a few times, and this guy just kept one-man army. Look at this guy sitting in the corner right here, right? Anyways, in Modern Warfare 2, it was one-man army, commando, noob tube, all that stuff. And he did it every single game. So, like, I had, like, you know, pretty, you know, gameplay-worthy material for you guys to see, but this guy would just continuously kill me with the noob tube. And I was like, give it up already, man. It's been, you know, 4 or 5 games, but he just wouldn't do it. So, as far as the camping goes, my biggest pet peeve is the selfishness of other Call of Duty players. Now, I guess you're dealing with a, you know, a young demographic, so they don't quite think of it in terms of, you know, there are other people in this world. But in terms of camping, the reason why I dislike camping so much is because it's kind of like this. We're playing a 6v6 team deathmatch, right? So we're playing 6, so there's 12 people total. And, you know, if there's some try-hard super campers, and you guys know who I'm talking about, they care so much about their personal KD and how they look on the scoreboard that they will ruin the game. Like, they're so brazen and so flagrant. I mean, they'll go out of their way just to, you know, improve themselves, make themselves look good. And to me, that's really selfish. You know, if you guys played any type of sports where you got to work with a team, that's just not the way that you do things. And so, the point that I'm trying to make is that I think for some of these guys, a lot of these guys that try super duper hard at this game, they didn't play, you know, they weren't involved in athletics or any type of sport where they played on a team. Like, so if you play, like, you know, Y basketball or City League basketball or City League softball, recreational stuff, you know, you're just trying to have fun and get your competitive juices out, okay? But for some guys, you know, maybe they didn't play in high school or anything like that, and I think, like, that's where their competitiveness comes from, is that they have to be really good at a video game, because Call of Duty is such serious business. And to me, that's like the worst type of player. That's why I don't like it. I mean, camping in general, you know, sucks, but just the way that these guys would play just to improve themselves. Like this guy right here talking, this Sensei Wolf guy, I killed him probably 5 times. And I killed him 5 times in the same spot. But since he was doing so well, he would rather play like, you know, a total jerk just to win by 2. So that's kind of one of the things that I'm talking about. Is that's not necessarily the camping that concerns me or bothers me. It's more of the brazen, like, I don't give a shit about anybody else. I'm just here to get mine, and I'm gonna be so awesome at Call of Duty that I want to make myself look good. And that selfishness, that in terms of, that's what it boils down to. And I guess I'm running out of time, but to put this into perspective, when I was a kid, we had multiplayer games, but we had to play, you know, at each other's houses. So we'd have, like, you know, 10 people at our house. These guys that camp and do things like that, you would never re-invite that guy to your house. That's why I don't like that kind of person, because they're not trying to have fun. They're trying to make it look all about them. So, Nug and Foob, I know I went over on this, but go check his video out and be sure to subscribe to him and check out his response to this. I'll catch you guys later. See ya.